And so she was married to him and also dating this woman at the same time. And then ultimately decided, listen, I'm actually a lesbian. I shouldn't have married you. And he actually said, you know what? I kind of knew you were lesbian, but you were willing to marry me. And like beyond sexuality, like as you discover more about yourself and maybe you start to outgrow your partner, you also got to be honest about that too.
Would it be soft launching a divorce?
What if one of our kids were cheating? I think you already know what I would do.
I'd rat him out.
I love you.
I'd rat him out either way.
No.
Would you say Dominique's like the prettiest woman you've ever met in your life?
I wouldn't say like the prettiest woman I've ever met. I would say, like, even to say the prettiest is an insult, Drew. Why are you insulting my wife like that? How dare you?
I think that's his number one thing, that we don't get any stares.
I mean,
when
we
we're
got
walking.
we got checked out, but
You mean she got checked out?
we got checked out.
We're just so excited to have the Bouchards back again.
Hey.
You guys are first like repeat offenders. I don't know why I just said that.
I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
Cringy.
The king of cringe right here. You're trying to say, oh, I guess
Must
that's
be
why we're a
rubbing off
perfect
on you
pair.
or something.
12 years later.
You're the king of cringe. I've been dethroned, apparently.
It's about time.
I can be the prince. I'm in your home. I'll be the prince of cringe, which makes me your son, I
Jester.
think. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this works, but
Wait, do you think, if you had to guess, like if you just your opinion, who do you think is more cringy, Drew or Kolter?
Kolter.
You think so?
Kolter. I think like Drew has some swag. He got some spice to him. Not that you don't have any swag, but that's like
no, I have
that's
no
your
swag.
brand. That's your brand.
I got sweatpants. Who needs swag, right?
Period.
I don't know. It was like Drew's like more
I feel like more just like dad joke cringe.
he's like very just true like TV dad.
Okay.
Drew
okay.
like true no, I don't think like swag, but like extremely lovable.
You don't think I
Yeah.
have swag?
It's lovable.
Oh my
like
goodness.
TV dad.
Oh my
Damn.
goodness.
Like perfect husband.
Wow.
Swag, whoa! You're the guy who's like, "Hey, did you like see the fireworks on the 4th of July?" That was you.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam. That's what you did to us the first time we
And you
met.
married me.
No.
Oh
And you
my
married
God.
me.
I think you.
Yeah, he's the
for
king.
real.
He's the king. I'm not even part of the royal family anymore.
I didn't go for swag. I don't like swag. I like
Okay.
you. I like
Okay.
you.
But if you could give me notes on that fireworks thing for
Okay,
later,
yeah.
I need to take that home with me.
Reese
For
fight.
real? Do y'all even have like y'all don't celebrate 4th of July?
No, we
No,
celebrate
we
the
have-
4th of July.
That's your independence.
No,
Day,
it's
but we
our.
have-
Shh, I'm
Okay,
doing a
go
thing
ahead,
here.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
we've got the 4th of July. We've got the 3rd. We've got the 5th. We got the 6th.
That was your thing that you
That
were
was
building
your
up
thing?
to?
Yeah.
That was
I
swag
didn't think you
couldn't
guys
take.
had your independence. Aren't you guys still under like Britain or something like
Yeah,
that?
we have a king.
Yeah.
We have a king.
But we're technically independent.
And also,
Just
So
on our
is
money
it
for some reason.
traitorous
She's on
for
our
you to
money.
come to the United States on 4th of July?
maybe.
Think
And
about a
here's the
huge,
thing.
like,
I don't
thing.
think we're going to be having a king for much longer. Like,
Can you publicly say that?
no, like just like he's old. Right?
You know what
I'm not
happens
making
if
any
people talk
threats.
bad about the king?
I just mean like
you know?
he's like 1,000 years old, right?
And he's sick.
But who's next
Yeah.
in line?
Yeah.
Isn't it Harry or someone like that?
William.
No, it's William.
William.
But
Yeah.
what if he's getting a divorce or something like that?
You can be
you see
divorced.
those
You
and
can be
rumors?
divorced.
Yeah.
I mean, King Henry like fixed all that.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Nope.
Fixed all that, or just killed a bunch of his wives?
I was trying to be like
Yeah.
PC right here.
So like we're all upset that we're like making fun of the king.
Is that,
A long
is
line
that
of
considered cheating?
Che-
He did it the
Oh,
right way, right? He never
segue.
cheated on his wife, right? He's just like,
he's murdered.
yeah.
He's like I murdered a bunch of women, but I didn't cheat on any of them. So
And then married his cousin, no?
No, I don't think he ever.
have you seen half of the adult entertainment on the internet right now? It's all stepbro, stepsis, stepmom.
We're not on the same websites, my love.
I think
We're just not.
I'm pretty sure we're on the same
Just
website.
not.
Wait, would it be considered cheating? What King Henry did, like killing off his wives?
Are we actually having this conversation?
Yeah, we are.
Is murder cheating? I think it's irrelevant.
No, it wasn't. I'm not saying it's a murdering cheating.
Right.
Was it considered? Would you consider it cheating?
The intention, why he felt the need to kill his wives, was because he fell for another woman. So emotionally, yeah, he was cheating.
Well,
I
one
thought-
of
I
them
thought it
wasn't
was that
just
she
he fell
couldn't
for
have
another
kids.
woman, though.
I thought it started because she couldn't have kids and he wanted an heir.
No, it wasn't because she
And
couldn't
so
have
then-
kids. It was because she
What?
wouldn't give him a son.
What? What?
Y'all don't know
You're
that?
like, listen, no, I know that, but is this the actual, this is the conversation? Yeah, he murdered them, but like, he was having an emotional affair, and that's why he was toxic. Canceled.
I'm trying to make sure that we remember the reason why he was going after other women.
With more context.
I don't
We're
think
trying
it
to
was always because
modernize. We're just trying to modernize the situation and like what really led to the issues he was having.
it
Is
was
probably
because he wanted a
emotional
boy.
cheating.
He wanted a son.
Oh yeah, that too.
Because
Listen,
the first one only gave him a girl. Then the second one, she gave him a girl. Then she was cheating. At least it was allegedly. Because I thought the second
then
one,
she deserved the murder. Yeah, the one who cheated on him.
it wasn't for sure proven
Get rid
though.
of her.
Because they were saying that she was cheating with a brother, or was it a cousin? Right? Okay, see, right? I'm remembering this because I remember this is a part of like school I remember I liked. It was
I did
interesting.
not pay attention to this, and
Right?
I learned history and French, so I definitely didn't learn any of this.
Let me ask you this: is it cheating if you're related, right? Or is that like a family activity?
Oh my god!
No, like
I
if
think
you
we
cheat
would
with a
call that
brother or a
illegal.
cousin, even in this
Both
state.
places.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You know,
So then what would you guys define cheating?
Ooh.
not giving the king a son. I think we've established that. Not giving the king a son. Sorry.
Because I feel like there's so many layers to it.
Dominique, you better watch out. You'll have
I
another
know,
kid.
right?
I'm sterile. It's fine. Actually, I'm sterile. If Dominique, if we have another kid, I have some
Yeah, bigger
questions.
problems. Yeah, bigger
I got
problems.
some questions.
But what is cheating? I think a lot of people think cheating starts with the emotional, and it's like when you start to fall for someone else and start thinking about someone else. I don't necessarily think you can help that. If you find another human
you can't.
attractive,
You can't help that, right?
That is a natural reaction.
Having a hard time
you
with-
see something beautiful, you find it attractive.
Sure.
But you're not saying the attraction's the cheating part. It's what you do with it and how you continue mentally thinking about it, or anything physical that happens after.
I think
That's the cheating part.
I think any action that follows, yes, because I can go to Kolter and be like, "Hey, listen, there's this man at work. He's gorgeous.
What's his name?
He doesn't
Also, you
exist.
work with me.
I work exactly. He doesn't.
We're coworkers. What? Is it Drew? Is the coworker in the room with us right
This is
now?
for both Jeena and Kolter. Yes,
Yes.
This is our coming
Is this
out.
how we find out?
Absolutely.
This is actually.
my goodness.
Drew,
this is,
let's
we're
be
getting
honest, finally.
It was the fireworks joke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Damn it! Poof, poof, like my marriage. Yikes. And the worst part is, you'll leave me, but they'll stay together and you'll keep on having an affair.
Wait, we're already matching and everything.
Okay.
But
Meant to be.
like sister with an A?
No, sir. No.
Watch it.
I'm not sure where this is going or how I'm getting set up here, but
She was like, I'm uncomfortable. See, that's what's why TV dad.
He's kooky and she holds it all together.
you know.
What's the Full House dad's name again?
Bob Saget?
Bob
Bob
Saget.
Saget. But no, what was it? It's Danny. No, was that right?
I think it was
Tanner.
Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Tanner,
Yeah.
because it's Stephanie Tanner, DJ, and
Michelle.
yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because their real names is Kate, Mary Kate, and Ashley.
Ashley,
So her
yeah.
name is like Michelle. Yeah.
I didn't even know they were triplets still.
There is no
There are no
triplets.
triplets.
No,
Which ones are the
there's
triplets?
You
Drew's
mean her
correct.
sister Elizabeth
No.
Olsen?
Okay, yeah. There's
They're
the
close.
third. There's the third
Close.
triplet nobody ever talks about.
Yeah.
There's no.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
don't want to
No.
play you.
Are you serious? You didn't know about the third Mary Kate and Ashley triplet? Yeah. His name is Bob. It's Bob Olsen. Hey, have you guys heard about the fourth Olsen quadruplet?
God.
What would you guys? Because I'm not thinking. What would you guys consider worse, the emotional or the physical part?
I think it's irrelevant.
Why?
You think it's irrelevant? So you just both are equal.
Cheating's cheating. It's listen. Cheating's cheating.
So say
But doesn't it also depend on your partner as well though? Like if your partner
Well,
doesn't consider it cheating,
Exactly.
then is it not like? I think this gets really deep into like cultures and religions and where you grew up and who you're with too, because there are people that have sister wives and stuff like that, and like in Jeena and I's relationship, if I was with another woman while we were married, that would be cheating. Like emotional, physical, doesn't matter. In the sister wives relationship, he's got what, 7 wives?
Yeah.
And like, I guess they don't feel
That's
like that's
normal,
cheating.
right?
You know what I mean?
Probably a lot of therapy going on in that house, and they're like,
I
we're
don't
all
think
happy and
any
healthy, and
therapy.
it's great. And
Yeah.
listen,
So,
so you've got 7 sister wives, and you're all married to a guy with that haircut? Come on. Where there was smoke, there was fire.
But even building up to that, right? Like you need to have, maybe you don't need to, but at least in the show, they have to seek their wives' approval. Like, yes, I'm seeking this woman. I want her to be my next wife. And then the wife goes, yeah, I agree with this.
Who's going to say no? Remember King Henry?
Me.
Right? Well, the sister wives. They're going to be like, no, I'd like to keep living. And it's, I got to spend, we get another sister wife that's 15% less time with that haircut. Right?
But no, I mean, Dominique's right.
So
there is a religious component to how they're allowed to add another
Absolutely.
wife to their marriage. And it's not like the guy can be interested in someone, they can date, but in the end, it's up to one, like maybe it's the first wife if they only have one wife, or maybe all the wives get together, because it's not just like, I know like in some like Alpha LDS or Mormon religions, they all have sister wives, but I know there are a lot of other religions that it's typically up to the wife who will have the final say if this additional wife will join.
The head wife. So there's like one of the wives is like, you know how the one teacher is the principal? Like you graduate to be a principal? Is there like a principal sister wife? Are you like the mom wife?
The OG.
Yeah,
The
yeah, exactly.
OG.
You've got seniority.
I
you know?
think, I mean, I don't know. I haven't researched too much into those. I think it's interesting how we grow up and how we define our set of rules of what is cheating. Like, because that's really what it is like as you're growing up, what are you shown or exposed to?
Yeah.
Or like, how do you develop these rules of like what is cheating, what's not cheating? And so
I think cheating is something that you wouldn't tell your partner, right? Cheating is something that you would do that you're trying to keep secret. Now, for some people, that could be maybe financially cheating. For some people, that could be, any kind of cheating. And ultimately, it's up to the people in the relationship, whether it's 2 people or 15, like on Sister Wives, to come up with the consequences.
What's financial cheating?
Like if you racked up like $100,000 in credit card debt, did you need to take a minute to call our bank really quickly?
I don't want to call it cheating. So like cheating is usually like there's another word for that, right?
Financial infidelity.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
But infidelity is also.
Cheating. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, you get a crush on someone at the office, and again, we
Right.
work together, so I hope that you do. What's his name? Has he got any good fireworks jokes? But like, if you were like at an office, or just like you come across somebody, throughout your day or whatever, like you see this person frequently, and you got a crush on them, like it is what it is, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's just a natural reaction that happens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Talk to your therapist, take a cold shower, and take out that on me. I'll wear a
By
mask.
any means necessary.
We'll turn
right?
out the lights. I'll buy a dimmer switch. Maybe this works out better for me, right?
No, but I agree with that. I agree with like there's financial. What do you call it?
Financial infidelity.
Absolutely. I think it's the action that follows the natural reaction that happens in your mind. The action that follows that is where the cheating happens. So if I like somebody at work, that's one thing. But if I start texting them, start saying, "Oh, I'm gonna grab drinks after work," and it's just with this person, like this is when it's becoming cheating. That's when
You need
when
a
it's wrong.
chaperone.
But even
You.
the attention behind it, because I also think like I'm wondering, like if I were to go to dinner and like if
Yeah, we had dinner the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Sure,
the intention.
And I paid. There's some financial infidelity.
But I paid for your lunch the next day.
Yeah, dinner was more expensive.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's okay. I value you more as a friend than you do me. It's fine. It is what it is.
I got you Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
But I got you with Chick-fil-A
probably higher
sauce.
quality then.
It was high quality. Oh no, it's not no more. It's not antibiotic chicken. So no, you good. You right.
Do we want the antibiotics or not?
It's like no, they have antibiotics in their chicken now.
Give me some
They had
pesticide.
like, yeah. They
Give me
had
They
fresh-
used to not have
fresh
it.
chicken,
It was
now
like
they've
fresh,
kinda
like
degraded.
really organic chicken,
Yeah.
and now no more. But so if it had been like a couple months ago, and I like took you to like
We would have been
Chick-fil-A,
even.
then yeah, but not
I would have
no more.
owed you money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or another meal or something like that. Okay.
money.
Yeah.
I don't want.
But yeah, we went out for dinner. And what was the intent behind that?
The intent was work.
Yeah.
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 Well, and like also just like to chill with a bud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but did
Close personal
I think
friends.
you made a good point earlier though. Like if your partner, if you feel like you may need to hide it from your partner, it's probably cheating. So like, did Dominique know that you guys went out and ate lunch?
No, she did not.
No, Dominique was like, "Don't text me." You were in Mexico for a couple of days.
was,
You're
I
like,
was.
my phone is on do
Leaving.
not
You're out of
disturb.
country.
Please do not disturb.
But you knew.
Yeah.
You knew.
What's
You
up
know.
with that?
With
You know.
you leaving your family to go to Mexico for a couple of days? I don't know. What is up with that? What is up with that, Dominique? Yeah.
But do you guys know any good like cheating stories?
Not personally, no.
Not personally.
Oh my God. I'll give you a story.
Okay.
So I live with a guy. We were not
dear.
cheating. Yeah, and it turns out,
you know the story?
and we were having an affair. I lived with this guy when
You
I
and
was in
that guy were
university.
having an affair?
Well, listen.
You just said we were having an affair. Whoa.
Spoiler alert. So I lived with this guy. We were roommates in university, and years later, we end up both living, him and his partner, and me and my partner, Dominique, in. And his father-in-law, her dad, passes away. So she goes home to Canada for a month to attend the funeral. Now, why he was staying and not going to the funeral was like kind of strange to me. I'm like, you're married, and I feel like that's kind of a
That's a big
it's a
event.
big five life event,
Yeah.
right? And so we're getting lunch at his place, and he tells me where she is, and I'm like, oh, and you didn't? Oh, okay, like try not to judge my friend. I don't know. And then he starts talking to me about the fact that he's sleeping with a coworker while she's back home at her father's funeral. And I know that you're like, well, surely that's as bad as it's going to get. There's no sentence
worse?
or series of sentences afterwards, Kolter, that could make this any worse, right? That could make this man seem any more callous. But then he said, it's okay. I bought her a MacBook for Christmas. Also, this happened during Christmas. So she's at home during
Oh my
Christmas
goodness.
at her dead dad's funeral. That's redundant. And he's banging a coworker and spending their money on Apple products.
That's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But you got to beep out every time we say like even the time where we leave this all in when I'm like, hey, beep out like if you leave that in. Right?
I think what's crazier to me is, so you're saying they're still together.
Yeah. Now here's the thing.
And are you still friends?
No.
So we started distancing ourselves after Kolter found out. And then he actually got mad at Kolter. Like, I thought we were friends. How can you judge me? And like, I know the story. I know her. How am I supposed to?
We can't sit across from a table with them.
And it's also not my place to say anything, right? Like, okay, that's a question for y'all. Is it my place to
No.
say something?
100% no.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna go like, oh hey, nice MacBook. Was that new?
I mean, which friend have you known longer?
Well, so we knew him longer because they lived,
Okay.
they
Together.
were roommates.
Yeah.
So we knew each other back when we still lived in Canada, and then we moved out and joined them in essentially. You gotta keep beeping out.
That's okay. We'll
I mean, I personally would feel a lot of guilt around like not telling them, but at the end of the day, it's
It's not your place.
his
I'm
relationship.
gonna tell you right
you know
now,
what I mean?
Drew's
But
impulse control, he could not hold it in. You would have told that person. I already know.
I don't know. At this point in my life, I'm not sure I would. Maybe earlier, when I was younger or something. If you didn't tell her in the moment, you couldn't tell her now.
Yes.
Because it's been so long
It's
now,
been-
it
she
would
has
be like
kids now.
irreparable
Oh, she
damage.
didn't have no kids then?
Beep out kids.
Eee.
7 kids.
Y'all
This number.
are about to get
What,
it.
they live in
Like-
Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to beep that one out.
Yeah.
So the Whitaker family in Louisville, Kentucky doesn't know.
That would be the hard thing. If I knew they didn't have kids, I don't think I would be the person to like say something like, hey, me and you like talking.
Yeah.
But I think I could see if they didn't have it. If they had kids, I was just like more than like, I guess it doesn't matter. But I kind of see myself saying something more when they have 0 kids because then the idea of like this has been going on, we have kids, like
For what purpose, though? Like to both of your points, you know, if you feel like you have a moral obligation maybe to tell this person, to what end? Like, are you hoping that to arm them with more information? Are you telling them because you feel weird keeping this a secret?
Well, that's why I was asking,
depends
like,
on the
how
friendship.
long. That's what I was asking, how long you've
true.
known them and
That's
stuff
true.
like that. Because if you had gotten really close with the
spouse.
spouse that had gotten cheated on, like, then could you really call yourself like a good friend or really have that person's interest? Like, I think that's where Gina's right for me. If I had made a connection with the person that got cheated on and felt like I was getting close to them. They were like family, especially if they like helped me out or were
Start
nice
having
to
an
me.
emotional affair with this person. You feel like you can tell them certain things.
I feel like they're family. I'd feel like, oh, this is like my sister or cousin or like a really good friend. And if I had a best friend, would I want that best friend to tell me that this has happened?
Yeah.
Even no matter how much it hurt. And like, I'd probably eventually be like, hey, I got to talk to you. Can't say nothing.
Would you consider your spouse going to a strip club?
I worked at a
cheating?
strip club for a month when we were dating.
It was to the point where like I'd walk to work, so the strip club, his work, and the bouncer outside of the club would be like, "Hey, Dom." This is like downtown Toronto. Everybody's walking by.
You're just like
and they
hiding your
hear
face.
The bouncer yelling out my name, like, "Hey, hey!"
Yeah, it was the Zanzibar. You can leave that in. I'm just like talking to your producer, and I'm like, here's what you can leave in, here's what you can't.
Oh my God.
I worked there for 3 weeks. So I worked there for a week, and for the first 90 minutes, I'm only going to look at you, King Drew. It was the greatest job on earth. I'm like,
Oh,
this
my
is
goodness.
what?
The first
What?
90.
They're underpaying me to be here? This is amazing. And then after 90 minutes, you're like, oh, this has the same office drama as every
You were
office.
up on stage.
No. Let's just say I was a little less
That's what I thought the
toned
intense
back
glare
then.
was for. You were like, no, okay.
Up in the booth. Today I probably could. Up in
So
the
explain
booth.
what you did.
So I was the DJ, and by that I mean I would
Hit
take
play.
the dancers like cracked iPod Nanos and connect it to the MP3
This
auxiliary,
old school.
and they'd be like, "All right, so for the first dance, I want some buck cherry, and then for the second one, maybe something a little bit slower." And that's the job. And I quit after a week. I still gave 2 weeks notice, so I quit after a week and then worked 3 weeks total, and that was it. Yeah, we had fun. So,
But today, if you went to a strip club, no, I wouldn't consider that.
but you'd be
cheating.
coming with me.
No, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
In the same way that you would just say, what are your plans for this evening? Right? And typically it's, well, falling asleep at 10:30 beside you. This
Yeah,
night it might be,
yeah.
well, I'm going to pay $20 a dance or whatever a dance
So
costs.
you're saying you're okay, like if Kolter's like, let's go, you'd be like, let's go. But
I don't want to go with anybody else.
If Kolter came to you today and say, hey, for the last month, like every Friday after work, I've just been hitting up the strip club, would you feel different about that? Like,
On a values level, yes.
Why?
Because then I
Yeah.
don't know you as well. Because if you're like, if you say you were hitting up any bar every single Friday, that for us in our household and our values, I think that's a little bit different. Like,
You and I
you're
had-
not.
Severe drinking problems when we
Back-
lived in Louisville, Kentucky.
Poor girl. But yeah, but today we don't, right? Like we're not bar hopping today.
Yeah.
We're not going to the club
Who can
today.
afford to?
Well, that's another thing, right? So like if your kid and I are at home, why are you at a bar or strip club or wherever every single Friday night? Like that's a larger issue for me. So then yeah, it's I see that as an issue.
They have good roast beef sandwiches. What can I say?
Roast beef at the club is wild.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Extra gravy.
Exactly what I was
Sitting up
thinking.
at Pervert's Row right at the front. I'm just here for the food. And they've got HBO.
But let me clear my name for a second because if she's gonna see this, and I'm sorry in advance,
Sorry for what?
that he cheated on
Did you
her.
pay for Hack the
And I
MacBook?
didn't say anything. But I think to Drew's point, we weren't close. We probably hung out a handful of times. And so I also think it wasn't my place
I agree.
to destroy this marriage. They clearly have worked past it, have grown their family now.
Do you think they worked past it? Or do you think she
Also-
just doesn't
But
know?
she just doesn't know. I don't know.
What if he was lying? What if he was just like trying to be like a cool guy, right? He's just like,
Yikes.
guess what? I'm a sociopath. Here's what I did to my wife and her dad. What if the dad's still alive?
Oh my God. This
What
is,
if he
I don't
actually
think
got her
he's
an
lying.
Android?
The reason why I don't think he's lying is how he reacted when you started distancing
True.
yourself from him. Because I don't think anybody, like someone was lying, I don't think they would think too much of it.
Yeah.
But because this is something that he actually did, you doing that made him feel worse. Because I'm sure he already felt bad. Then he's like coming to you because he cannot just tell anybody. So he's like, oh, I can tell Kolter.
Right.
Right? Because we've been friends. Not because, I don't know. He could have been telling you because something else. But I'm just saying.
that's another point. Because why was he so comfy coming to you, telling you his dirty laundry? Fight.
I think the same. I think the same judgment that makes him think it's okay to pay for a cheat with a MacBook. And it better have been a pro. Can I just say that
All our friends are happily married. That will only like
happily he's doing a lot of work in that sentence. For most marriages, not these. These are great.
No, because I can say it is hard to hang out with other couples. Like, you guys did it. Once you started noticing your friend and all that, y'all distance yourself.
Yeah.
It's
I
hard
don't want
to
that.
hang out with other couples who are not happily married. It makes it really
Or
uncomfortable.
going through divorce or have been divorced or separated, that kind of stuff. Because we've talked about this before, this specific thing where in our church, this was a few years ago.
Be careful.
I know, I'm not going to say any names.
Was this also in
So
Louisville,
I'll
Kentucky?
say Smith. There's tons of Smiths. So Smith and his wife ended up getting divorced, right? And he basically was like annexed from all friends and stuff like
Yikes.
that.
Damn.
Oh,
To
I
the
know who you're talking
point-
about.
to the point he like started reaching out to people in the church to be like, "What you doing? Like,
Yeah.
want to hang out?" Because he like. Everyone was just like, "Oh, you left her and the kids and stuff. Like we're
wow.
not touching that with a 10-foot pole."
Yeah.
And so he
Don't wanna
basically
catch
lost.
that.
And I never looked, or I don't know if we ever talked about why it happened or whatever. But I never really got into that. I just wasn't friends with him before. But he basically got annexed
He tried
from
to
his
reach out to
community.
you. He tried to reach out to you.
No, that's what I'm saying. He tried to, I like talked to him like twice and he reached out like, "Hey, what you doing? Want to hang out?" And I was just like, "Gina, like, why is this guy texting me?" She goes, "Oh, let me tell you the tea."
Because we don't got nothing. We don't got no drama. We go to church.
But I think that happens
come
too.
home,
Like,
eat dinner.
But it could just be a values thing where like,
I think it's a couple of things. It
know.
could be a values things. It could be a lot of the wives were like, "Oh, you're hanging out with him. Why are you hanging out with him? Why you feel comfortable hanging out with him?" I think there's a lot of added layers to reasons why a lot of the men did not want to hang out with this man. We'll call him Steve. I think there are a lot of reasons. I think
Smith?
Steve Smith
Steve
is easy, right?
because it was centered around cheating, right?
Oh, it was for sure centered around
Okay.
cheating.
Who was cheating?
The spouse the man was. Steve
okay.
was
Yeah.
cheating, and then
Well, you said
Stacy
he left her. I don't know.
No, Stacy found out
Steve and
because
Stacy Smith.
they had not only was he cheating, like physically cheating, there was financial infidelity too. So she was checking the bank statements, and then because he had told his wife, I think she was out of town, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing basketball with the guys," and she's like, "Oh, why you have like a $300 or $400 like restaurant charge and $300-$400 for one person?"
Because we don't typically
like a-
drink either. Like this
It's a lot of
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
group
Yeah.
of people don't drink, so like
It's a lot of extra
That's a
sauce,
lot.
right?
Yeah, it's
You're
like
The
getting
Whitney Houston song when she's reading out, remember? Well, if four of y'all went out, then one of y'all are cheap because she's reading out the bill. Mm-hmm. It's not right,
I get it.
but it's okay.
I'm not gonna sing it though.
I'm gonna make it anyway.
And then the next
is why
line
we
is,
good
"You
choreo."
shouldn't hang out with Steve anymore." Right? That's the extended cut of the song. Oh, suddenly you're all a pro Steve? What are we all, Steve stands all of a sudden?
But yeah, it was rough, and I felt really bad for Stacy because
she got a lot of support. That was really
no,
interesting.
No, she
dynamic.
got a whole lot of support. But Stacy was pregnant. Stacy was pregnant, and so it was rough to see this wonderful woman go through that. But the moral of the story is Stacy, she got her man.
Good.
She got her man. She found her a good man.
Good.
And she's been able to like recover from all of it. She doesn't even remember what was his name.
Good.
Steve. Yeah. Well, see,
Yeah.
I forgot him. I forgot him. Stacy received a lot of support. She had so many women who were just there to support her that even when we found out, because we didn't find out like it started with the financial infidelity. We would go out, "Hey, we're going to do girls' night. I can't go. We don't have money." And we're like, "You can't go none of the times? All right, well, let's go do something that don't cost money." "I can't go, no gas money." Then we were like, so then I think one of us, like out of the group, one of us women were like, "Hey, this is like something's off. We don't feel like you're okay. You like we get it," because I think we've all been in this place. I remember in the beginning of our marriage, we didn't have any money to do nothing. You come to my house, I'm going to your house, play date, and we're just gonna sit there and chit chat and just talk about how we got no money.
Just sit there and chit chat.
With
Yeah,
kids,
that's what we
yeah.
do.
Just sitting and chatting. Okay. All right.
With friends, why not?
You don't do that? The friend part or the chit chat?
I
You
wasn't
don't got
trying
no
to. I wasn't
friends?
trying to chit chat, and I still ain't trying to chit chat. Let me just say
They're not
that
talking
from
about amongst
now.
themselves, amongst friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Friends.
I'm not doing that with my friends. It's up to you.
Please continue your story.
But it started with us mentioning how we were thinking something was wrong, right? And so then I think that's when she started digging into the bank statements, and it was really hard for her to even get access to those bank statements.
Damn.
And I think how she found out was that he left, like she opened the mail, she somehow got, because when I say he controlled everything, he can control everything. She had a hard time getting access to the bank statements because he would be the first person to get it. Then eventually, I think he was out one weekend and she like opened the mailbox and she sees it. And it was just by the grace of God that she like noticed, I remember this day, you told me you were playing basketball. You're at a restaurant, it's this much money. And then from there, she started just, and the whole thing opened up and she figured it out. And how did she find out? Did she put like you wouldn't know.
I don't know.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
I stay out of the drama. I didn't know until he texted, and I was like, why is he texting? And you're like, oh, that's because he's lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you start pulling on the sweater, eventually the whole thing comes apart, right?
Yikes.
Who are your favorite? Because like I said, we like drama because it's not favorite, but like what's your favorite drama, cheating, pop scandal that you guys can think of?
I mean, it's hard. Listen, I know I keep bringing up the MacBook. It's pretty hard to beat that, right?
Because it's so close to you.
And also celebs, like there are just so many more eyes on them, right? So I feel like when you find out that a celebrity couple or just like a famous couple in general there's been some infidelity, like it takes a lot to crack those facades. It takes a lot of like, because there's eyes on them all the time. They have to be so secretive.
I mean, some of these celebrities are not secretive.
I'll tell you this though, when I found out that your last president had a couple of affairs.
Which one? Bill Clinton?
No, well, sure, that guy.
He's talking about Trump.
I'm talking
that
about
one?
Trump is currently
Are we surprised?
He's currently in court.
Yeah,
for
I heard
He's
that.
getting divorced again?
No, he's in court for cover ups.
True.
so he's not
My
getting divorced?
president. I found out my president had a couple of affairs.
Make it clear that you're joking.
I'm not.
please.
I was just flabbergasted. And
Somebody's like, please, I don't want the prime minister coming after me.
while his wife, like, they had a newborn, and he's
For real? You lying or you telling the truth? Because I love drama. Tell me.
he's like, I just thought you're such a successful businessman with no bankruptcies. And it turns out that the only bankruptcy was one of his morals. It's just, So I thought about canceling my order for a Trump Bible, but I thought, you know what?
Trump Bible.
Maybe.
Don't worry, you don't need to know what it is.
Maybe I'll read. Everyone deserves a second chance. Wasn't it Jesus who said?
I think this brings a good point, though. Does like being a cheater or cheating, right, make you a bad person, a good or bad person?
You cheat because you're a bad person, or does cheating make you a bad person?
There are levels. Listen,
Yeah.
if
The
you're
chicken
in
and
a
egg situation.
relationship.
Is it that, if you emotionally cheat and then you come out to your spouse or partner and say, hey, I'm just not feeling it, and separate, is it the way you go about it, or is like just cheating overall, is it just a bad thing?
I think it's
nuanced.
I think there's
Yeah.
A spectrum.
Yeah.
Because
and
we've
to
dogged
be a
on
bad
everybody so
person-
far as far as
Yeah,
cheating.
yeah.
Like, if you cheat, you're bad.
Yeah,
And
I couldn't automatically look at a person and find out that they cheated and then say they're a bad person.
Sure.
And with Steve and Stacy, Steve cheated, right? And
Yeah.
almost borderline abused Stacy with staying home
Bad
and no
person.
finances
Steve,
and stuff,
bad
right?
person.
Right.
Because it wasn't just the cheating.
If Stacy had cheated on Steve because
be
he
like,
was too
it's okay.
controlling,
We're
would
not
that have
saying
been like,
that.
that's
but
okay?
but maybe it is. I don't know.
Would that have been different?
I wouldn't say she would be a bad person, but it's so weird because the idea of someone cheating, I think is bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to be like, oh, like I'm excusing what Stacey did. But with Steve and Stacey, with Steve, it wasn't just cheating. It was cheating. It was financial infidelity. There was a
Emotional
lot
abuse.
of control, emotional
Yeah.
abuse.
Mm-hmm.
I think the all of that, that's why I could so easily be like, oh, bad person. And if Stacey were to do it, not because I was her friend, because I was her friend, I am her friend. Like if she would call up and like, hey, I need help. I loved her. Like she was such a sweet person. And she said she cheated. Like I would see myself distancing myself from her, but I wouldn't be like, oh, she's a bad person. Because I do feel like we're also human and things like stuff happens. And like, I don't know. With Steve, it's so much easier because there was so much more.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think just cheating is bad, but I wouldn't automatically be like, this is a bad person for like one mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's also nuanced because of how each relationship considers cheating, right?
Exactly.
So I have a friend, and she was married to a man.
Is her name? Is it Stephen Stacy as well?
We could keep using Steven
Let's use
Stacy.
Sam and Selena.
Okay, so Selena.
Wait, we know a Selena.
It's not her.
Okay.
It was Selita.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Selena.
No, we also know a Selena.
Pick a different name. Pick a different name. I don't want to get y'all in trouble.
Sarah.
Eleanor.
Eleanor was married to a man.
Ernie.
Okay, his name does not even. Okay. What's her name? Eleanor.
Yeah. Your
Eleanor.
friend.
Eleanor found herself attracted to another woman that she met, and he was also friends with Edwin. What's his name?
Ernie.
Oh my
How
god.
close were you to this couple? This is starting to sound like a fake couple or maybe some fake names.
So she found herself attracted to another woman.
What was her name?
We're not
Eloise?
doing this.
Eloise.
Because I still don't remember his name.
Ernie.
So she ends up going back to Ernie, thank you, and being very straight up. Like, listen, I'm finding myself attracted to.
Eloise. We met at the Plaza Hotel.
They have a backstory now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with these feelings, but I'm coming to you honestly and telling you that I have them. And he was really progressive about it. He said, listen, I love you and I want to be with you, but I also
wanna
want
watch.
you to be honest with yourself. So explore what you need to explore and let's talk about this. And so she was married to him and also dating this woman at the same time. And then ultimately decided, listen, I'm actually a lesbian. I shouldn't have married you. And he actually said, you know what? I kind of knew you were a lesbian, but you were willing to marry me. So please,
wow.
live your life and do what you need to do.
He's like, I got the best time,
best years,
best
exactly.
years, and
Exactly.
the little I got with you. I'm so grateful for that.
And also, I'm taking the Subaru in the divorce.
No, but like they co-parent now, and they have like a beautiful
Wow.
relationship. And her in-laws, they're still very, like the family operates almost like a throuple. I'm like, are you a throuple? She's like, no, she's engaged to the woman now,
For it to be a throuple,
Eloise?
Eloise.
they'd have to be like together, all three of them.
Yeah,
But maybe just like you like maybe Ernie and Eleanor. See, I don't know
I don't
any
remember
trouble with
who
this.
anyone is now.
Maybe they have like an emotional relationship, and then Eleanor and Eloise, like, they're having some fun.
Yeah, for him to go from a dedicated relationship to an open relationship, though, I do feel like there has to already be something there that, like he was saying, he already saw, or he just wasn't 100% in it, or maybe he didn't love her. Like, it almost sounds like a marriage of convenience. You were willing to marry me, so I went with it.
It didn't sound like that.
He just needed to catch
It
up on
sounded like
Succession.
he was in
Think
love with
so?
her, but also knew that she was not in love with him as much as he was in love with her.
He had a bunch of TV in the queue. Look, we have so many things to watch on Netflix. He's like, I can finally get onto this, right?
I sound like he loved her so much that he was like willing to let her live the life that she needed to
beautiful.
live.
Yeah, I see the opposite.
But I think even before
he didn't love her enough to, like,
to fight
her,
and
yeah.
keep her in a
No.
relationship that she's no
Yes,
longer happy.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, I
Yes.
don't see it that way.
Yeah.
It's like what he loved her a lot. He already assumed. Like it sounds like he really knew her, right? Because he said, "Hey, I kind of assumed
Did they
that."
already have kids at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you weren't
Yeah.
listening.
Why? So
I'd
he
do
should
the
have just
opposite.
gaslit her into like,
Staying?
not believing her own sexuality.
Maybe.
We stand a toxic king.
I think maybe because I compare it to my own relationship, it would be really hard for me to
Yeah, you got
not
an
fight
Eloise,
more
Jeena?
than what I hear he, in my mind, fought. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
I think that's where I'm connecting. It's
But
like,
if
for
she's
me,
telling
it'd be
you,
like,
I'm not attracted to men anymore. I'm realizing I'm lesbian. I'm only attracted to women. I don't want to be with you for that reason. I love you as a human,
I have
but
to do like Kolter. I have to put some makeup on, dim the lights, and, you know.
Kolter.
Listen, I made a joke about the Subaru, and that's the line for me on this show. So you're on your own with this one. You are on your own.
No, I mean, I think it's great that they're able to come to, like,
We know a story like this.
which one?
Okay.
Here we go. What do you got this
What
time?
is it? What is it?
Larry and Laura?
Didn't Brad was married
To Brianna?
To a Brianna.
Brad had divorced, but while Brad was with Brianna, he was already doing things on the side.
Yeah,
So he was
yeah.
unfaithful in the marriage.
Brad ended up marrying Larry.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
hold
know
on.
this.
Two of these couples know each other. That's crazy. What did Steve have to
But
say?
y'all don't have a Brad in your stories, do you?
No, I don't even remember their names. He kept changing them.
I only know
But I
Eloise
feel-
because he got that from a book. I was surprised he didn't get that.
I also fit in a Zoolander reference earlier about
Oh,
pulling the
man, I
sweater.
missed it.
Yeah.
Dominique, I feel like your story is more abnormal. Like
I don't think so.
For a couple to be together with kids, and one of the partners to come to someone and
It
say,
happens.
"Hey, I'm having feelings about somebody else, other sex," and for the original spouse to be like, "Yeah, go get it, have fun." It's fine. I think that's abnormal.
It's a cool spouse. Also,
think-
what are you whispering over
Very
here?
cool.
I was
you
trying
saying
to tell
it's
them.
not
I think it
normal?
happens a lot
Not that it doesn't. That exact scenario.
I think it should happen
for
more.
someone to find out later in life.
not for someone.
I think they find out
listen,
later, but they don't
Gina.
necessarily be open to it.
Open
Oh,
to it.
being
That's
that
what I mean.
part. Oh, okay, yeah.
Either
I
like
don't know.
find out and then you fight, or you cheat, or you go through a nasty
Or you
divorce,
repress
or you
it.
blame, or you
Right.
abuse,
But
or
that-
suppress.
Right.
Like an
Yeah.
adult.
What about repressing? Isn't that almost cheating too? Because
On yourself.
it's still lying,
Yes.
right? So like, if I'm staying with you, but I know that I'm a lesbian, for example, that's not fair to you. That's not fair to me.
No, if you were a furry though, like you have to admit that to me. If you go to like FurryCon, which by the way, side note, you ever seen a picture of FurryCon or like furry conventions?
What is this?
Those are pictures you can smell.
I'm
there is not a
afraid
stick of
of
deodorant
Kolter's
for
browsing
10 miles.
history.
My
Just
dude.
from the, I'm just so afraid.
No,
of
it's
his
nothing
browsing
like it's
history.
nothing like sex stuff. They just like that. They just like dressing up like
what?
Pikachu's or like real animals, like a cat. Like that guy in Japan that spent like 20 grand on a realistic dog suit.
I saw that. Yeah, that was
We probably
crazy.
talked about that
and
on
then
the
he
last
wasn't
episode.
happy with
Why
it.
are
You
you all
know
the
that,
same
right?
FYP?
Happy.
You didn't see that? It
No.
hit like national news.
You got that
This
FYP,
guy,
you
this
know
guy
me.
wanted to live his life as a dog, a golden retriever or something like that.
Great dog.
So he's literally
Debatable.
spent $20,000 on a dog suit, and like it's like a Transformer suit. He puts it on,
It was
he
sick.
collapses down, and he's a dog.
And it had lasers built into it. So. No, but the lasers aside, like that is a true story.
Yeah.
And that is
So,
what
I mean-
that's what all the bar nights. That's
Yeah.
what it was. There's installment payments on like dog suit.
I hope that whoever in a relationship, as you go and journey through life and preferences change, you find more about yourself, that you are able to open up to your spouse and have open, honest communication.
And let him watch.
You know, that's what I would hope. But
You were married for long enough. You
Yeah.
should be able to take a
Oh, I
peek.
love you.
love you too.
Oh. And like beyond sexuality, like as you discover more about yourself and maybe you start to outgrow your partner, you also got to be honest about that too.
Would it be soft launching a divorce? Also, tell us you love us too. Telling each other you love. We're
I
the
love
guests.
you, Dominique.
Oh, I love you too.
Okay, now me.
Don't
be
you
back
do
after
it.
this.
Don't you do it.
Don't you do it.
Oh, you know what would be? What if one of our kids were cheating? I think you already know what I would
Oh,
do.
I'd rat him out.
I love you.
I'd rat him out either way.
No, I don't. I want to go to the good nursing home, and I am Team Nia. I am Team. There are a few things, but I am Team Nia through and through.
I would push her.
Why?
Am I gonna snitch
Why-
on my own kid?
We got enough
No.
patriarchy in the world, and you want to make life harder for a young black woman? Come on, how dare you?
No,
We
I
got
would-
4 black kids and we do it. Look, snitches get stitches, but I got someone who got my back.
Our daughter was also white, so you can snitch on that part of it. But also still a woman, so you can't.
No, like I would definitely put the pressure on her. But I'm not. That's not my place to go to her partner.
We gotta
and be
know-
like,
we gotta
listen to
have
what she
stuff.
did.
See? No, and I feel very
Jeena,
different
Jeena.
because what?
You should tell the story.
What story?
I didn't think we had any cheating stories.
Do we have one?
Yes.
God, they're so
I didn't think we had any cheating stories. Okay,
Scandalous.
that's a whole like.
He's so
Yeah.
low now. All of a sudden,
Oh wow.
so quiet about it.
I don't think.
Yeah.
So I will tell the story. So I don't know.
Thank you.
I need to come up with some names.
Brenda.
Zendaya was cheating, right? And whenever Zach would leave to go to work, and he got him a good job, she would complain about,
What was the job?
He.
Yeah.
Can't say that stuff.
Yeah, you're
That's pretty broad.
Yeah, but everybody knows
He
though.
worked a director at the zoo. as
Okay,
a
fine,
director.
but everybody already knows. Everyone in our
non-tech?
family, you
Oh,
know what's
that's
so
the fake
crazy?
job.
You right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, this is really good because everyone in our
Yeah.
family. Oh, bad. I feel bad. Everyone in our family, we're not on Zendaya's side.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because we really, really like Zach.
Yeah.
When I say we like Zach, we all stand Zach. We still invite him to all of our
But
stuff.
Zach's not blood.
Zach's not blood.
Yeah.
Zendaya's blood.
Zendaya's blood.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
And that's why I really appreciate it because even if my kids are doing something stupid, I would call out my kids. I would call them
Absolutely.
out And I say that even more so. That's why I a little bit disagree, because I get where like it's your daughter. I get it.
Yeah.
But if my kids also had kids with that spouse, I'm also thinking about my grandkids and children. That is tough on me to see my grandchildren going through something like that. Yeah, I would tell my own kid.
Just be a fun grandparent. Make cookies, babysit. You're doing the most.
And also watch out for my grandkids.
I just don't know that stepping in and making the announcement for your kid is going to be the best solution for the grandkid. So if I step in and tell Nia, our daughter's partner, Nia's cheating on you, that is not really handling the situation well. Pressuring her to come clean and fix her mess, that's a better option to save or fix whatever needs to be
Well, what
fixed.
if she doesn't?
Yeah, if she never
That's
comes
still a lot of
forward, you
work.
just leave
I'm just
it.
gonna ignore it, I think, or just go like, yo, fist bump. Is the other person hot?
Fist bump is
Sick. You got to cheat up, right? If you're cheating on someone uglier than your significant other, you should be embarrassed.
you should be embarrassed regardless. Be
Yeah,
an
but
honest
like
person.
extra embarrassed. You don't cheat down. Good Lord.
That happens. I mean,
You're gonna
sometimes it's not
spend-
about the person, though. A
So
lot
would
of
you
times it's not
say
the-
would you say Dominique's like the prettiest woman you've ever met in your life?
I wouldn't say like the prettiest woman I've ever met. I would say, like, even to say the prettiest is an insult, Drew. Why are you insulting my wife like that? How dare you? Yo, can you do it after
You see
this?
how he avoided that question?
So no, I wouldn't say that she's the prettiest woman because I think pretty is an insult for my wife. I think that she is the sun and the earth. And as the sun expands, as time goes on, she will just be the sun because the earth, of course, will be devoured by
So
the
Dominique,
sun.
you're safe. You're safe. Kolter's never gonna date the moon. You're good. You're safe.
Period.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The moon might appear to be equal to the sun, but it's 400
Who
times.
said the moon is
Hold on. This is poetry, okay? The moon and the sun appear to be the same size. We experienced this with a recent eclipse, but it's only because the moon is 400 times closer. It's also 400 times
Drew,
smaller.
who told you to ask this question?
So you think they're equal, but the sun is objectively much better.
I was trying to give Kolter some
hotter.
swag, and he just went on this celestial.
Hold on.
Never try.
Did you see the fireworks on July 4th? We're in Georgia. They were actually gunshots.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna do rapid fire. Is it cheating? Flirting in person, unprovable.
Like, you don't have evidence of it?
Yeah.
What? Cheating?
No. Wait.
Oh my
To make
God.
sure I understand the question.
You're flirting in person, like I guess around your spouse.
Wait, but you said it's not provable.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
Like
confused
because
about.
I get it. So like it's more of like, hey, like I just feel like things are kind of off. Like it kind of seems like they're too close, but it's not. But it's just like an off feeling.
Oh, you're there
Oh,
with
that's
You're
them,
there
not
with
cheating.
them.
and you feel like
You
it
say
might
no?
be.
I'd say no. It's not
Yeah.
cheating.
I think it's an
Cheating.
unfair like phrasing of the question because like is cheating your perception of someone else cheating? And I guess the question is
That's what we do in this. In
Yeah,
this.
not cheating.
okay.
It's however
that's
you
the
feel.
game.
However you feel about it.
No, but you can't prove that they're cheating or not. So it's you think like you perceive that to be.
And
okay,
that's why-
so still no.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Flirting over text.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheating.
Because it.
Over Slack, no.
Are you talking about sexting or just like
LinkedIn mail,
it's-
no.
Flirting. No, sexting is different.
like you look great today?
I told
I
you
feel
you
like
look
it's
great
very
today.
intentional. I would say that's
You count that
cheating.
sexting?
I mean,
No,
he looks
I'm just
really
asking.
good. So
I'm
I
just asking.
like the khakis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I have to read the text. That's why I'm putting it like this. Because like flirting is like,
But you already know it's flirting. You're saying it's flirting.
okay, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that's cheating.
Liking someone's selfie of the gender you're attracted to.
What? Get out of here.
Oh,
No.
come on.
Yeah, okay. I see the comments.
What if it's a bikini or a gym pic?
Or gray sweatpants.
There's a lot of I got a lot of people cheating in my comments. Let me just say that.
Liking someone's story.
No.
No, get out of here. Unless the story's
Not
like,
cheating.
hey, I'm having an affair and they're referencing you, and you're like, yeah.
What if the story is like straight up porn?
What?
You can't post that?
You can't be up there for a
It
second and a half.
depends on like what type of like.
Okay, so like you're not seeing like there's no pink shots.
Huh?
It's an old hustler term. You're not seeing like any. You're not seeing any peepees. It's covered up by from fabric. I guess.
Everything's blurred.
Yeah.
You're saying everything's blurred. That's what you're saying.
No, I don't think
Well,
that
no,
that's.
maybe
I
not.
mean,
I don't know.
also, you don't. Here's the thing: you don't need to hit like on everything. You don't.
Yeah, come on.
You don't
People
need to
can
hit
see
like
what
on
you like.
everything.
Don't
Yes.
do that.
Can people see what you like?
Yes.
If not stories,
Liked by
but
so-and-so.
they could, the owner can see that you liked their story. But I can see if you've liked Kolter's picture.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to
go
like
around
everything.
liking everything.
Yeah.
I think it's more like you're just like kind of dumb if you're like.
I always like your pictures, Dominique.
I always like yours. Thank you.
Next question.
Going out to drinks or dinner alone with someone of the opposite sex,
That's
Under,
it.
with what
or
context?
the gender that you're attracted to.
So like, what if you're pan and you
I think she
anytime
just
you have
wants
a
a
meal with
blanket,
anybody?
like yes or no. Would you consider that cheating?
No, I don't.
No. Rapid fire. You gotta go quicker. Go.
Hall pass.
Hall passes are ridiculous. Either have like, oh yeah, if so and so came over, like some crazy A-list celebrity, like what's the game? Just say that you think that person's attractive. That's what people are trying
That's
to
not
do.
the point. That's not. You already know they're attractive. It's having a pass.
If we played some game where you're like, oh yeah, my hall pass is insert celebrity here, and then you just had like, because it's such a ludicrous statement for the average person that you're gonna be in the same room or the vicinity as an A-list celebrity when you're like you doing whatever, and then like I get to have sex with that person because like we made what reasonable people would understand
So
as a
you're
joke.
basically saying no hall pass.
There's no a hall pass isn't a thing.
You made that really long.
Yeah, because I wanted to give context.
I just needed to know.
My lawyer is texting me right
Do y'all
now.
have a hall pass?
No.
No, we don't.
Oh.
I know.
You sure?
No, we're sure only because we had
We
a
have friends that were adamant
and
they
we
had hall
always
passes,
just talked
and
about
we're
the
just
fact that like man, like that. I don't know. It felt really disrespectful. Even the way they spoke about it, I felt it was very disrespectful.
Can I say
to each
this
other.
though? Even though we acknowledge that like hall passes are like it's a very silly. It's like you have fun playing it, I guess. Whatever. Like what celebs do you think are attractive? If you're like, yeah, my hall pass is like Julie in accounting. I'm like,
Yeah. Where's this going?
That yeah.
No,
yeah.
but this couple was just so serious about their hall passes to like plan a concert to go see the person. And like, hey, while I'm at that concert, if things
is this
get,
for a threes
if
or
things
is
get
someone
busy,
watching? Is it just one-on-one?
one-on-one? No, she like told her husband like, no, this will happen. You'll be away from me, and like you'll just have to accept it.
Yeah, her hall pass was the guy from Outlander, and what's even sad is that
Outlander, like the
didn't
show?
we find out that the spouse in that couple, the husband, he cheated?
I'm not sure. I never confirmed that. I think you were closer.
Because his hall pass was
that
Julie in
drama.
accounting. He's like, this is way easier. I don't have to get
That's
past
a little too
security.
close.
But they just took it so serious to, like
Yeah.
I said, where she planned like to go like to the concert to see the celebrity and get like VIP package and
Yeah.
Oh
everything.
wow.
You know what I mean? Like to be one-on-one and just be like, hey, if things happen, things happen. Like I'm be on the hood of the
If
car
things
and you just
happen,
gotta.
I'm $5,000 deep. Things will be happening.
Yeah, at this point, they better.
So.
Okay, dancing with someone else at a party closely.
I don't dance, so.
I'm Caribbean.
Yeah.
say
Oh yeah.
no.
When you put
I
it
mean,
in
we
that,
just have to say
yeah,
no.
no.
Oh, for like you, yeah. I don't know. To behave. Like what?
Privately DMing or texting someone else.
No.
I need some of the context.
Yeah,
but
it's
no.
hard without
everything
context,
needs
but I think
context.
just
What
in
if the
general.
messages aren't flirty but extremely frequent? So then it's basically like they're very interested in this person. It's obvious, but they're not flirting in the DMs.
I'd probably.
I mean, I
say
feel like
no
I do
to
that with a few
cheating.
brands where I'm like, can I have some free stuff?
I'm very interested in your product.
Cameras? Don't beep that.
Maintaining contact with an ex regardless of the nature of the relationship.
I mean, what if your ex happened to be
No.
like your oncologist,
I'd say that's
right?
not cheating.
So that's
If you got kids
what are
together,
you gonna?
Oh, that's
Not
like putting
cheating.
context.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm changing it to no. Blanket no.
I'm not changing it. I better be there.
Watching porn or going to strip clubs.
What? No. Get out of here.
I would consider it cheating, but I think it's context too. If your spouse is okay with it,
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
If I don't watch porn, I will die. So, not like all the time. I'm not like. I
Why does it
haven't.
sound like high school? Like the guys were like, if we don't, I'm going to die.
It's like you've got the Apple Vision Pros, and it's just like the hub. Like you get the Elon Musk Neuralink chip, which don't. That is apparently and allegedly killed a lot of animals.
Oh my gosh.
Just so you can have like X videos going. Like that's
We
a whole
actually
other
talked about the
conversation.
neurochip one of our last podcasts.
She was obsessed with AI and those
Yeah.
like,
Don't
like,
get
some
it.
Because the
things
guy
for
has
bringing
it now. You know, the human experiment went forward, right?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Apparently and allegedly
He
for
likes
legal
it.
reasons, but
He likes
yeah.
it.
Well, I wonder if he likes it or if the chip is telling him to like it.
Never know.
I've heard this conversation so many times. I'm over it. The glass and the glasses and all that jazz. Ugh. Okay. Sharing personal details, problems with someone outside of your partner with the same gender or sex of your partner.
I see a therapist named Gary every
It's
2
not
weeks.
cheating.
So that's not cheating. And he let me sit in his Corvette. I mean, Camaro.
See, I think it's cheating
Not
if
cheating.
if it's someone of the gender that you are interested in. Well, no. Here's where it is.
It's too shallow for me. It's not
Yeah.
cheating. The statement is too shallow. Like there's
It
not
can
too
be
much
disrespectful
context.
if you're disrespecting your significant
Yeah.
other.
Disrespectful.
No, but if
I
you're
don't
just
think
like,
it's cheating.
hey, like things are a little hectic at home, you're catching up or whatever, you know, and you're just like, here's what's going on.
No, but who is this and why are they the one that you're running to disclose this?
Because I pay him $200 an hour.
No, but that's your therapist.
Okay.
But if it's like
I wasn't
it's
talking
another
about him.
woman, if it's a close friend of yours,
Like a
who's
high
a
school
woman, for
friend.
example, exactly. Why do you need to run to her to tell her our business? No, disrespectful. That is emotional cheating. Absolutely not.
I disagree. I know how to be respectful. And if I want to talk to a friend about some things that are going on in my life, I'm going to do it. Thumbs down. Sound effects.
No,
I'll do them now if you want to put them in.
complimenting someone else's physical appearance.
No, you look great.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's not cheating.
Oh, thumbs down, right? I was like, that's nice. That's a good thumbs down.
Going clubbing or on a girls' boys trip to party cities.
To Party City.
You don't have party
don't
cities?
we love Party City?
Party cities.
We have
Like
party
Vegas.
cities. Vegas, Miami,
We live in Canada. No.
Nashville.
We just have
just
Party
have
City, the
Toronto.
store.
Panama. Panama used to be a huge party city.
Cancun would be a big one, but it's
Yeah.
not like
Oshawa, Ontario. That'll be funny for like 9 people, including me. So 7
I
other
would say
people.
that's not
Going
cheating.
clubbing and girls trip now.
No.
Dancing provocatively or posting provocative stuff on social media.
This is self-preservation right here.
Hmm.
Nope, that's good.
I
I'm
think he
gonna keep
encourages
doing
it,
that.
so-
Even if it's like OF.
If it's what?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Oh, I think you said OF. I was like,
No, some places beep it out. Like if you like,
OF?
I'm worried about this podcast. Like if you're going to get
Bromy
censored
brands?
for some of the words
Oh, yes.
on it and stuff.
Oh.
Accepting gifts, especially expensive gift MacBook.
All right, next.
Okay, so that was a no for
Yeah.
everybody.
No.
Accepting
No.
gifts. Okay,
I encourage
More
it.
gifts.
engaging in emotional affairs.
What?
Working clo-
We have to talk about this.
You think that's okay?
That's not cheating.
Oh yeah, it is cheating. Sorry.
Okay,
I
okay.
forgot.
Freudian
Okay.
I
thumb.
forgot.
And what was your answer?
Cheating.
Okay.
I forgot. I kept thinking this was it.
Not.
yes.
Yes.
Yes. So it is cheating. Emotional affairs is definitely cheating. Working with a close colleague of the same gender or sex as your partner.
Not cheating.
Life would be
cheating.
very hard.
Having a
avoid
best
that.
friend of the opposite sex, or
Don't say Facebook. Please don't say Facebook.
Huh?
Or that you were going to say like on Facebook.
that's not cheating.
But also just
Some
like give me
people
like
think
a
it is.
current
Yeah.
example.
I would say it's not cheating.
Yeah, no.
But that wasn't a question. But thank you. Having a best friend of the opposite sex.
Not cheating.
Having a best friend of the sex that you're attracted to.
Not cheating.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I said opposite sex, so. Attending a bachelor or bachelorette party.
I don't ever invite me to your bachelor
Not
party.
cheating.
I don't want to stay up late.
You might be having
And I
one
don't
next
drink.
year, so
I don't
you
want
should
one.
well,
My
I
bachelor party, here's what it's going to be. We're going to go out to a restaurant of my choosing on wing day. So it'll have to be Thursday.
I want to go now. I love wings.
You're not invited. It's you and me, baby. And then after that, we're going to wash our hands and we're going to go home. Because
That
you don't
was,
want to get
that
wing
was my
stuff.
bachelor party.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. My brother and stepbrother.
That's
we
the
went
only
out for
sucking
wings.
going on at my
That was
bachelor
it.
party is the sauce off your
That's what we
fingers. Next.
Reconnecting with the old flame on social media.
Oh, yeah. No, like bad, but
Why
Old
are you
flame,
bad
like y'all
at
did
cheating?
something.
That's
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
that's weird.
Like y'all did stuff, right?
I had one try to get at me on LinkedIn.
What? Please let us
That's
pause
okay,
this
that's
game.
professional.
No, I told you that.
Who?
I told you that. What's a fake name? I don't know.
Ashley, Jill,
I don't need a name. I need a backstory.
Dory.
You still saying names?
Platinum Fitness parking lot.
You
Yeah.
know?
We will get into this afterwards.
I don't
You know,
wanna get
was
into
saying
that.
this, but I didn't know, so I'm just gonna shut up now.
Anything else?
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
No, we got to get through this. We're like 30 minutes
I
over.
got you. Okay. Confessing being attracted to someone else if you don't act on it.
I feel like that's opposite of cheating.
Honesty.
Yeah. Using dating or hookup apps for validation or friends, but never meeting with someone
or
engaging.
friends?
I mean, it's just for fun.
Bumble BFF?
Bumble
No,
BFF.
that's also cheating.
Oh, no,
What's
I'm saying
Bumble
it's not.
BFF?
So
It's a
Bumble
lie.
has different types of connections. So you can do Bumble dating. You can do Bumble BFF where you connect with like friends. You can do Bumble, I think it's job.
We're
where you
just talking about like
network.
Tinder, Grindr, Bumble. Like this is not like Peanut.
eHarmony
J
kind of
Date,
apps.
Christian Mingle,
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones that are
Farmers
specific
only.
for dating.
Farmers Only.
Yeah.
Y'all have farmers only? Oh yeah, because y'all are not American. We have farmers only.
Yeah.
We have farmers in Canada.
Yeah, but y'all don't have farmers
That- you
only.
have the
I'm
website.
pretty
You don't
sure
know
we
that.
have it. I'm pretty sure we have it.
Y'all do?
It's probably farmersonly.ca. What? That's,
Partnership.
we have our own .com.
That's
and
where you
it's
guys
.ca.
met, right? Like that's
Ooh, sending nudes.
Oh, to someone else.
cheating.
What?
Engaging emotional or physical intimacy under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
it's cheating.
What if someone gave them the drugs and they had no idea?
That's rape.
Yeah, that is rape. Yeah, a progressive king.
Yeah.
This is a man of many colors. At different times toxic and also incredibly progressive.
We should have named you Joseph.
Oh, get it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a mom joke. Just to be on your level.
Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat for any of you swine who don't live and breathe musical theater.
It's in the Bible. It's not.
Joseph. I don't think so.
We're almost there.
The Bible had a musical in it? I gotta
Last
read
one.
I went to Catholic school. I should have paid more attention.
Or going on breaks in the relationship. Are you able to connect with someone else on any level during the
That's
break?
what a break is.
Not
Oh,
cheating.
I'm forgetting. Yeah.
No breaks though. All gas, no breaks.
Wait, if we're married and we're on a break, that's cheating.
That's more context, though.
What? But you're agreeing to a break, and you got
I'm
Like,
married.
if you're in a break, you both know there's a break.
yeah, you
We're
got to set
married.
ground rules.
Unless we're if we're dating, which we've talked about this, but if we were just dating, we're going on a break, whatever.
But you got to set ground rules. You got to be like, we're going on a break, and here's what we're allowed
There's
to
so
do.
much more context into that, though.
Yeah.
That, like, if you just gotta say yes
Okay,
or no.
well then when we married, no.
So you say yes, it's cheating.
Yes.
You've been rapid fired from coming up with lists. Sound effects.
Oh my goodness, this has been like an extremely long. I feel bad. It's like been 30 minutes over.
You're
But it
welcome.
was awesome.
we
It was
love
fun.
having you guys on our
I know. Love
podcast.
being here.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us stay in your home.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Too. Yes.
I'm so glad. Like you guys need to move to Georgia.
We're considering it.
Y'all would love Georgia. There's more diversity.
There is.
Yeah,
And
we
Kolter-
didn't get any looks.
Yeah, Kolter, I think that's his number one thing, that we don't get any stares.
I mean,
when
like
we're
we
walking.
got checked out, but
You mean she got checked out?
we got checked out. You also got checked out.
Thank you.
I also got checked out, and
Amazing.
together we were
got
checked out. Call us groceries because we were checked out.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure as always.
Thank you very
I hope to
much.
have you guys on again.
Yes.
Well, third time. Okay, let's see. We'll check our schedules. They're very open. I quit my job.
Where can everybody find you guys?
You know where they can find us, and it's squatting in your rental home and not leaving.
Okay, when you're not squatting in a rental home.
That's not a thing. So
Absolutely. Well, you can find me at Dom Creates on TikTok or at Dom.creates on Instagram.
at Kolter Talks, we're gonna get nice and close. I don't think I'm invited back.
Oh, that's gonna stain.
We'll wrap this up really quickly so I'll fix the stain. Wow. At Kolter Talks everywhere, at Playing House Podcasts, and you can also find me on Brolney Brands. I'm gonna wipe this up now.
We will link all of their socials in the description. You'll for sure want to follow Dominique. I don't know about Kolter after what he did to my rug. Kolter, don't stress, dude. Really, don't stress. I'm not stressed about it.
pretty bad.
Don't. It's Kolter. Seriously, don't stress about it.
Bye, guys.
Where's my camera? Bye.
Have a good.